What's going on, guys? Gaming Shadow and Renegade here. We're going to be doing a little bit of like a podcast, I guess you could call it. And if I can get the dang thing to pop up correctly.
How's the mic coming?
Huh?
How's the mic? Any problems on my end?
Seems to be picking you up just fine.
Okay. Thanks, sir.
Try saying something again, boss.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Shadow Gamers Bullshit Tuesday!
Okay, yeah, they can hear you.
Okay.
I was making sure through the other laptop. Oh, okay. I gotta figure out how to get this thing to share the actual news feed.
Alright.
I thought I had it set, but apparently it decided to take a crap on me. Story of my life, trying to make it big on Twitch. Everything goes to crap.
Well, I thought that was a daily occurrence, technical issues.
Starting to feel like it.
Don't feel bad. Anybody I've ever watched test it every day seems like.
Let's see, screen capture. Sorry about this, guys. Just give me 1 second. I'll get this little issue fixed. Let's see. Edit. Capture window. Done. Okay, there we go. Now that I got that pulled up. You want to do the top 10s first, or do you want to do game news, Renegade?
You choose. I'm fine with either.
Oh. I'm going to do game news from the other computer, so y'all won't be able to see the game news site that I'm actually on. Oh.
What side are we getting it from?
Game Rant.
Oh, okay. As long as it ain't IGN.
Why in the heck would I go to IGN?
I don't know. Don't you know they're like a reputable gaming site?
That's like saying the Game Awards is a legit award show. I'm sorry, was that too early in the podcast
Nah.
to throw that kind of shade?
Nah, I can throw a lot more now. I mean, these are the people that gave Last of Us Part 2 the
Actually, I
soundtrack
forgot.
of the year.
I actually do have it pulled up over here. Oh yeah, this was the first article that I found that I thought you would find hilarious.
Okay.
Apparently the Fallout Prime Video series will premiere earlier than expected. In other news, they actually remembered to hire actors.
You mean I remember the NPCs?
They did not have to reshoot anything at all.
Amazing. They finally finished the game without having to add more junk to it later. That was supposed to be in there originally.
Let's see, it says here that it's supposed to premiere 2 days early on April 10th. Apparently there will be a global watch party to interact and share thoughts on the series premiere, and apparently fans are eagerly anticipating the adaptation of the popular video game series. I don't know, honestly. I like some Fallout games, but there are some that I'm just like, why? 76 comes to mind immediately.
I don't know. I'm kind of got in the area now where I'm a little bit beyond. I don't know. Video games, TV shows. I know they're popular. I feel like they lose something in it.
That's true. That's very true.
I mean, like you had The Last of Us that came out last year. I think that's an excellent show for the most part, but I ran out of steam halfway through it. I just felt like I'd just rather play the game.
Yeah.
And I mean, no disrespect to the show. I mean, it's a good show. Well done, well acted, but no. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I play games so much. I just play the game. I don't know.
There ain't no telling.
Well, it's a hard medium to transfer from one to the other. Although I am glad to hear that the Fallout show at least managed to hire actors this time around.
It didn't actually say that. I just made that up.
As long as we get it in the frame, so drop, there ain't a ton of glitches in the game. I mean, this show, I need that actual Fallout.
We gotta
76 experience.
please, Prime, make sure it's in color and not in black and white. I know it's technically supposed to be in the apocalyptic setting, so there might not be color anymore. Please make sure it's in decent color.
I'm not the biggest Fallout fan, but hey, I get why people like it. I will say this: it's an interesting setting with caps and all that stuff.
Is it gonna go back to the news page, or is it just gonna sit there like a bump on the log?
Oh yeah, one other thing, guys, if you ever hear Shadow here says "just," he's talking to me because my mic sometimes gets knocked off a little. I have to fix it.
Yes, Renegade is speaking to us over the phone. Even though he has an avatar, he is speaking over the phone.
Wait, you mean I'm floating in the middle of the air doing something and I can't see it?
Oh Lord.
Anyway,
okay, this computer seems to be freezing up, so I'm going to go over to this computer where I have Game Rant pulled up.
Shadow has told me that more than likely I will rant at some point today. I don't know when, so beware.
Oh, y'all are gonna. Oh yeah, we're gonna see how fast Renegade will go from 0 to 60 on a rant scale.
And I don't know what these topics are about, so whatever he brings up, it's news to me. God, that was a bad joke.
Let's see. Trying to find some other big news.
I will say I was kind of interested in watching Twisted Metal show when they had it come out. I never got around to it.
Oh yeah?
I was just curious to see what the hell they did with it. I was like, okay, that's a weird choice. I don't know, maybe it's better to take something that doesn't have much of a... Well, Twisted Metal does have a story, but maybe it's better to take like a game that doesn't have a lot of story to it and then make a show out of it.
Maybe. Can you clarify what you're asking, Kentucky? What are you talking about? The Fallout video? Kentucky was asking when are they launching the video, so I'm not sure if he's talking about the Fallout.
I did see a preview earlier today. If I remember, I think it's next week.
Well, according to this article, it's supposed to premiere on the 10th.
Okay,
2 days early.
Okay, so 2 days from now, I guess.
Oh, tomorrow. April 10th, tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's not the 8th. I work overnight, so my days are good.
Let's see.
I wish him the best. I hope it's a good show.
Oh, goodness. Oh, here's an interesting one. Apparently, if any of y'all are fans of Assassin's Creed Mirage, a new update is launching today at some point.
Did you play that?
I own it. I have not played it. I'm still working my way through Valhalla.
Yeah, played it. I'm still
The
playing
game
through
that
Odyssey.
goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on.
I'm still going through Odyssey.
Oh, and actually, let me correct myself. The update has already gone live. Went live at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, 4 a.m. Pacific Time.
Cool.
So, if any of y'all are fans of Mirage, update's live. I'm not
Nice.
sure. Let's see, in terms of changes, trying to see if it says anything about what they have. It looks like they patched the game's permadeath mode.
They added permadeath?
I did not know they added permadeath.
Okay.
That's new for an Assassin's Creed to me. Minimizing the chance of players. Apparently there's a specific, there were some UI issues specific to the full synchronization challenge that have been addressed.
Huh. Wait, was it released now? I didn't read any reviews for this one, so
I'm not sure. Like I said, I haven't actually played this game, so I wouldn't actually know. I'm just reading what the article states. So.
Well, I don't know. It's like most modern games, they get like a dozen patches for you.
Apparently one particular fix mentioned in the new changelog concerns Lightblade, an upgrade for the Assassin's Creed Mirage throwing knives. Equipping this tool in certain scenarios has so far occasionally led to aiming reticle misbehaving and randomly locking on targets. Ubisoft also found that Lightblade was responsible for an issue causing the game to sometimes charge a knife throw when the player attempted to perform a quick throw. Both of these problems are said to be resolved with the new update, which also promises to fix a number of quest-specific issues. Okay, here we go. Here's the patch notes. General bug fixes, multiple stability improvements, PS5 DualSense S controller is now properly detected on PC. Saves will now appear correctly in the loading menu when playing with full synchronization challenge on. Fix an issue where equipping the Lightblade upgrade would cause the aiming reticle to lock, yada yada. Full synchronization challenge, permadeath mode fixes. Fix an issue where the total number of kills and conflicts were not displayed correctly upon finishing a full synchronization playthrough. Fix an issue where the completion celebration pop-up overlapped the resume button. Improve the full synchronization challenge flow to prevent players activating the mode without knowing. Inverted the placement of the on and off buttons in the menu when starting a new game. Clarification of the mode description when hovering over the on and off buttons. Several miscellaneous quests were fixed. Apparently bookworm. In New Game Plus, the Lost Books tracker now shows the correct amount of books collected when all 7 books were found in a previously completed playthrough. Trouble at the, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Silk? S-O-U-Q? Fixed an issue where Al Anga would enter in a T-pose after being hit by a berserk dart. And Get Scroll, world event after follow Al Mahani, fixed an issue where 2 of the scrolls wouldn't be highlighted in orange whilst using Eagle Vision. And also, costume dye names are now aligned correctly in the inventory menu when the game is played in Arabic. Go ahead, Renegade. I know you're just dying to say your favorite line.
Why I gotta download a damn fucking English patch for fucking Assassin's Creed? Anyway, I mean, I guess it makes sense if you lived in their country. But I bought the game here in the U.S.
Let's see.
Hey, at least, Aramaic people can play the game and understand it. So that's good.
Yeah.
What else you got?
I'm looking.
Ooh,
Oh, here we go. New Persona 6 details leaked online. Let's see. Persona 6 will reportedly feature a green color theme. The game's development is said to have started in 2019 around the same time Persona 3 Reload and Persona 5 Tactica entered active production. Huh?
Here's my prediction for Persona 6. You ready?
Oh, God.
You're going to be playing a mute, a silent protagonist set in a school setting.
Jesus.
Because they hadn't changed that since the last game they didn't that was different was Persona 2. Eternal Sin and Eternal Punishment, Innocent Sin.
Right.
Ever since then, it's always been in high school. Although, to be fair, the first one was in high school.
Atlas first hinted at Persona 6's purported green motif back in 2022. Persona 6 will have a green color theme. A well-known insider has claimed. The same source also shared some new insights into the Persona 6 development timeline. Fandom has long speculated that the next mainline entry in the iconic franchise will have a green motive. The strongest piece of evidence feeding into that theory was given by Atlas itself in the run-up to the series' 25th anniversary event in February 2022. The company teased the happening with a piece of artwork depicting all Persona protagonists in reverse chronological order, with P5's Joker standing next to a bucket of green paint. This gave rise to a lot of speculation that Persona 6 will have a green motive. What's so funny?
Sorry. It's just the way you said that. Joker standing beside a bucket of green paint.
I don't get how that's funny. Okay.
I don't know. No, just the way you said it. It's like they're all standing beside each other and Joker standing beside a green bucket of paint.
Let's see. Persona 6 has reportedly been in development since 2019. Well-known Sega insider Midori has now lent even more credence to that theory, having claimed that the much-anticipated JRPG will indeed have a green color theme in an April 8th tweet. The leaker, whose online moniker happens to translate to green, also said that Persona 6 has been in development since 2019. In response to one subsequent fan question, Midori elaborated on that point by stating that the work on the game started around the same time Persona 3 Reload and Persona 5 Tactica entered production. This bit of unofficial insight into the project is yet another indication that the highly anticipated RPG is now entering its final stretch of development. According to Midori's past scoops, Persona 6 has long been targeting a 2025 release, although the insider recently clarified that the game could still slip into 2026. Atlas's track record under Sega suggests that the company is likely to officially announce Persona 6 up to a year ahead of its market debut. While some series spin-offs like P5 Tactica went from reveal to release in a much shorter time frame, the Japanese group has historically preferred longer marketing cycles for its mainline entries. What remains to be seen is how the game's purported color scheme of choice will play into its overarching theme. Some fans have previously speculated that Persona 6's rumored green motive could symbolize rebirth, or even point to the game having a more rules setting than its predecessors, even including Persona 4's small town of Inaba. I think I'm saying that right. Although the previous mainline installments have all debuted as timed PlayStation console exclusives, Persona 6 is rumored to be getting a day one multi-platform release that will encompass both PC and all major consoles, including Nintendo's upcoming Switch successor.
So, if memory serves me correct, I'm going to leave out Persona and Persona 2,
Uh-huh.
both of them. Persona 3 had a blue motif.
Yep.
Persona 4 had a yellow motif.
Yep.
And Persona 5, I guess it could be argued it's either red or black.
It's red. The opening number is red.
I was thinking it was more red, but I remember black being a better color to use a lot.
Makes sense they would go with green because that's the 4 primary colors a lot of people think about.
Well, it's better than going with brown.
How to send your market prices into the shitter. Make the color team brown. Make sure they have the brown pants.
You go back to the old PS3 color scheme for all the first-person shooter.
Can we stop for just a second and just get on this fucking motif for just a second? I know me and you have probably talked about this quite a lot, and we've probably beaten it to death. But I still am on the freaking bender. Why did we get a Persona 3 remake right after getting a re-release not even 3 months prior?
Time travel! I don't know, man. I mean, it's a way to make profit. I know that much.
I mean, I guess, yeah, but at the same time, it's like, you had, Persona 3, FPS.
Which, is the one that has both, the male and the female protagonists, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I do know this about that release. Apparently it was not the best, release. There was some problems with it as far as, I think it was frames, some sound issues, and things like that.
Yeah.
If I remember right. Which, I mean, granted, they could just patch that stuff in, but no, we'll do a whole remake. Okay.
But what I was saying was, you got Persona 3 FPS, you got Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royal, all of which went live on PC, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and got re-releases for the PS5. And then, not even 3 months later, we get Persona 3 Reload for some oddball reason out of the blue. Nobody knew this was coming because all the spotlight was being shown on Persona 5 Tactica, which, by the way, nobody's heard anything about since it freaking released. I think Reload put one in the chamber and struck it in the fucking forehead.
Yeah, I mean, you don't hear anybody talk about Tactica.
I stay on YouTube, and I have yet to see one review for Tactica at all. I see a crap ton for Reload.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, because Tactica, I don't know how well it did in the market, but I'm guessing that Reload probably blew it out of water as far as sales goes.
Well, here's the funniest thing about it, and this is probably going to be news to maybe some of the viewers, I don't know, but if y'all are interested in Reload, go get an Xbox. This ain't me, I'm not sponsored by Xbox whenever I say this. This is just me saying this straightforward. Go get an Xbox Ultimate Game Pass account. You can literally play Reload for free. Completely free!
Shiny new graphics.
What's up?
It's not got all the shiny new graphics. No, I will say this. I'm glad the game is re-released. I don't really think it needed to be remade, but apparently it had an audience to sell to twice. So, I mean, I liked Persona 3 when I played it. I just didn't finish it.
Right.
I got a pretty good chunk into that game too. I don't know, I know. And I am interested in Reload. So, hey, at least you have control of your party in this one.
That's very true.
because the FES one, the portable one, I know you had to control your party, but the original release on the PlayStation 2, you did. It did whatever.
That's true. That's very true.
So there is some valid reasons to actually remake it. But, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I still say that, they should remake Persona 2. Both of the games. They just remake them or just at least re-release them.
I would sit here and say this, and I don't know if any of the viewers know this game, but this is actually an Atlas game that I actually really like. I've never finished it. I actually own a copy on my Steam account that I hardly ever jump on anymore. It's called The Lost Dimension. It's made by Atlas. It was it wasn't a series. It was just a one and done game. But it was a very interesting concept because it basically took the Persona art style, and if any of y'all know what Danganronpa is, it was kind of like a Danganronpa JRPG, where instead of being like a detective mystery text-based game, you actually had JRPG strategy tactics mechanics in it with a Persona art style feel.
Yeah,
and basically, it was a very interesting game. I've only ever got like I think maybe 3 chapters into it. I think, if memory serves. I would love to see that come back for the PlayStation 5, and also I said I was gonna make you rant. I'm about to freaking rant. Sony, open the library for the love of God. Open the backwards compatibility. There is so many more backwards compatible games that they could actually put on the freaking library. And I don't understand why they don't. I mean, I know that the freaking president of Sony doesn't believe that there's a retro game market, the fucking idiot. And yes, I know I just called a freaking CEO fucking idiot on my stream. I don't give a shit. He's a fucking idiot right up there with Neil Druckmann.
I mean, as far as the, I'm with you on that, man. I want to see a lot of the older titles being re-released. Or at least, like you said, on the catalog. I don't know why. I mean, I purchased the premium and because I bought into the bill sale. Basically, we were going to get access to all the older games.
Well, I mean, that's the major thing. Like a lot of people, what was it? Was it last year that they increased the prices?
Yes.
Okay.
So which I just recently dropped it down to just the lowest tier now because I wasn't going to pay that much for not getting what I wanted.
Right. See, that's what makes no sense about it. You increase the prices for your subscription tiers, but then do nothing to incentivize keeping the high-priced freaking tier.
I mean,
look, what's released on the backwards compatible in the last couple of months?
Last couple of months I can't remember, but I know that there's like from the PlayStation area, you have the Siphon Filter games, Wild Arms 2, Legend of Dragoon. That was a big one that dropped.
I mean, yeah. Whenever it first went live, they had a lot of big names on there. I mean, they had a lot of big stuff.
Toy Story 2, Resident Evil, Director's Cut.
You got, I think if memory serves, practically the entire Star Ocean collection, I think, is on there.
Yeah. I think they're all on there. I know. I
want to say Twisted Metal's on there too.
Yes, if I remember right, it is.
So I mean, they've got some big games, but they're games that don't have, in a sense, a big retro game market fan base.
Well, the problem is that there's a lot of stuff they could release. For instance, this has been released, but it would have been perfect to throw on there at the time. The Tomb Raider collection.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
That would have been perfect for this. these like this is also unreleased. The whole Metal Gear collection. That would have been great games to just sit on there, release. But I'm guessing that the companies themselves have been can't produce Tomb Raider anymore. I think it was Activision at the time, but I'm not sure who owns those rights. But I know Konami owns the rights for the Metal Gear series, so I guess they put a stop on those two. Those two companies put a stop on it, so they're going to release a collection.
I'm honestly not sure. I
But,
can't.
mean,
I can't remember. I can look it up though.
but those are just PlayStation, PS1 games we're talking about. The PS2 category library is the largest library of all games, and there's only like what 20 on the PlayStation Store.
Oh yeah.
You're talking about I think there's like something like 3,000 or 4,000 games that were on PS2. I might be overshooting a little, but and you got 20. And if you sit, me and you sitting here long enough, probably can name them all.
According to Google, and I don't know how correct this actually is, apparently the CDE Entertainment Company owns Tomb Raider's rights now.
Okay.
I have no idea who that is.
I don't either.
I can't think of it. Wait a minute. Is that Crystal Dynamics?
Well, I know they own the newer Tomb Raiders. I'm talking about the original ones. I'm not sure if they own the rights to those. Yeah, Crystal Dynamics owns the Tomb Raider series, but I don't know if they own the original Tomb Raider series. It's originally, if I remember right, it was on that, let's say it was like Activision that had them, but I might be wrong on that.
I got you. Let's see. Anything else interesting in this news feed, or should we just move over to the next?
But I mean, you also have PS3 games, you have the PlayStation, the portable games. Hell, you can throw the Vita on there. I mean, when's the last time you heard about Vita? But, whatever. We're going to jack the prices up just so you can pay more for less.
Okay, see now, this is gonna tailor into what I was just talking about with the fact that the Sony president doesn't believe there's a retro game market. There's actually an article on this site on Game Rant. Unopened NES games sell for ridiculous prices online. This might actually interest you because I know you sell a lot of retro games on eBay.
I can attest to that because I've looked this up.
Yeah.
They do sell quite a bit.
Rare unopened titles like Castlevania and Kid Icarus are selling for over $80,000, surprising many in the collecting world. Sony CEO, I know you're probably not watching this, but tell me again how there's no retro market. Tell us all again how retro gaming doesn't exist.
It's ridiculous. But I mean, I'm of the mind. This is my mindset. Open the category. Let all the games out. Let people figure out what they want. If the game comes out, nobody wants to play it, it'll sink. The game comes, if it's an older game, it'll either sink and swim on what it is.
That's true.
But let everybody have a chance at least of trying. I mean, my generation, and I'm older than Shadow is, I played these games back in the day, and a lot of them were very popular. A lot of the newer generation never got the chance to play these games because most people either sold off the PlayStation 2 or PlayStation, or the new generation started with PS3, PS4, PS5. So they never went back and played. Not all of them, the same, a lot of them. And retro gaming, like Shadow said, is a thing. A lot of people want to see where the Origins series started. But anyway, that's just me. Yeah, I got on. Go on, man.
Oh, I mean, you're on the right track. I mean, that is one of the main reasons why retro gaming exists. Retro gaming has also always existed because a lot of games have very high replayability.
And this isn't just against PlayStation. Nintendo has the same problem. Xbox, ironically, has a problem, but not that extent because the Game Pass is actually pretty good about releasing a lot of older content. So
Xbox has the best backwards compatibility out of all of them because you can still pop in an Xbox 360 disc and play it.
But Nintendo and PlayStation have this huge problem. Because now Nintendo does have quite a few retro games in their thing. There's also quite some stuff you can't play.
There's one thing to note about Nintendo that makes them a lot better than Sony. Nintendo has emulators. Now, while the emulators do not have a lot of the games, and we do not have an emulator for every Nintendo system that's ever existed, they still have them, which still gives them that leg up. Whereas Sony's over here like, here's our breadcrumbs. We still don't believe this is a thing, but since y'all want to cry like little infants, here's the breadcrumbs. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, you got the Sly Cooper collection.
Oh, now you're getting into the cloud streaming fucking thing. Oh god, that thing's terrible.
Oh yeah,
that thing is terrible.
Unless you got great internet, it's not worth messing with.
You don't. No. You don't have to have great internet. You have to have stable internet. If it's at least stable, you can play the game. If your internet is not stable, like for instance, if you have a DirecTV satellite dish that connects to your internet or whatever, or you have like cable dish and it connects to the internet, and a storm rolls through, don't be planning to play anything on the freaking cloud streaming platform, because it ain't going to work. You're going to load it up and it's going to crash in 5 minutes. I know because I've seen it happen to me God knows how many times.
I can barely ever get on there because stability is always off.
Okay, let's start doing some of these top 10 lists.
Well, I mean, that's Sony. Spoiled the brains.
That is true.
Was that all the gaming? Was that all the gaming news? That's interesting.
That was the only stuff that was really interesting that actually seemed like gaming news. A lot of it was stuff about, there was a couple things about some Twitch streamers and Pokemon trading cards and stuff like that, and it's just kind of meh.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, the only thing I got out of Persona 6 that you gave me, the color's green. It's been in development.
Why is Persona 6 got the color green as its theme? Because it represents money. Atlas is hoping that it saves them.
Sounds like an infinite wealth quote.
Oh, hey, Renegade, adjust. Harley says all she can hear is static.
Can you hear me?
Does it sound better, Harley?
Sorry, potholes. Is it better?
I'm looking. Give me a second.
Okay.
Is it something to do with the another technical difficulty? She said that she can hear you. She's just, I also heard it. There is a little bit of static.
Is it still there or is it out?
She said that she can hear you. I think it might just be on the microphone itself. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I hit some potholes back there. So,
well, whenever I unmute the other computer, I can also hear it. So I don't know what's going on, Harley. I mean, this is our first time doing a podcast type deal, so we're still working out kinks.
Well, if it gets bad, let me know. I'll see if I can adjust this more.
Yeah, if it gets really bad, Harley, just let us know. Or if anybody else that notices, just let us know. Okay, time for the top 10 segment. Nice. Oh god. Hang on. Trying trying to pull it
How
up.
pissed off? How pissed off is Renegade? Is I gonna get?
Let's see. Top 10 gaming antagonists of the 21st century so far. I'm not going to read
All
the
right,
whole freaking article because that's a lot of stuff. I'm just going to read off the top 10 and we'll talk about it. Number 10, Osmond Sadler.
Resident Evil series. How's that choice?
Resident Evil 4 to be exact.
5.
Is it 5? Oh,
Yeah,
it's
he's
4.
a 5. No, it's 5. Technically speaking, he's only made an appearance in 5 and Resident Evil.
No, that's 4, dude.
No, he's in 5. Oh wait, Osmond's now. I thought you talked about the other one. I know you're
Trying to
talking about.
say 5 is Wesker.
No, not him. The other one, the one that's behind everything. Shit. Spencer. I was thinking Spencer.
Ah. Okay, number 9, Queen Myra from Gears of War.
I didn't play that.
I only played the first one. I don't recognize her, so I don't think she was in it. Vladimir Makarov from Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Okay.
Number 7, the Elusive Man from Mass Effect.
Oh, yeah, Tim.
I don't know this character. I've only played the first Mass Effect.
I do. Yeah, he's pretty iconic.
Number 6, GLaDOS from the Portal series. I don't know this.
You will eat your cake and you will like it.
Number 5, Skull Kid from Majora's Mask.
That was like the 99. I don't know why it's in 21st century.
Did it say 21st century, or did it just say in the last 20 years?
20 years. Well,
Oh, no, it said 21st century, so, I don't know. Number 4, Handsome Jack.
Okay.
He's actually a pretty iconic villain. I'll give that one.
Alright.
Number 3, Voss Montenegro?
Aren't they making a Borderlands movie or something?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
This is I guess the villain from Far Cry 3?
Oh,
I have no idea if I said the name right.
You know what the definition of insanity is? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Wait, what?
That's his famous line.
Oh, okay.
I know who the guy is. That's the famous line he says.
Number 2, Dutch Vanderlyn? I'm guessing Resident Evil.
Red Dead Redemption 2. Nope.
Okay.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, did I say Resident Evil? I meant Red Dead Redemption 2. And then number 1, Frank Fontaine from the BioShock series.
Okay. I guess this is more heavily leaning into Western releases.
Probably.
I noticed no Japanese characters. Anyway, go on.
That was number 1, so how accurate would you give this list?
How accurate? I mean, the list of villains is alright. I could probably think of some other ones to add to it. I don't know if it would Frank Fontaine all the way to the top.
I don't know. I mean, Frank Fontaine was a pretty messed up dude. I mean, compared to the villains that were on the list. Now, if we're talking across the wide spectrum of gaming, yeah, I see where you're coming from.
I mean, on the list, I find Dutch more interesting.
Dutch?
Yeah, Dutch.
From Red Dead?
Yeah, I find him more interesting.
I don't know that character. I've never actually gotten that far into Red Dead Redemption 2.
See, all we need is more money, man. All we need is more meat.
I don't know. I mean, and this is the really weird part. I know you're not looking at the video, but like the opening image shows like characters like Bowser and stuff, and it's like they weren't even on the list.
No.
And it's like I know some of these characters, and I know some of their plot points. Like I know Osmond from Resident Evil 4. I know what was the other one?
I mean, if you're talking about the new Osmond Saddler, not so much. If you're talking about the old Osmond Saddler, he's a hoot.
I know Vladimir Makarov from Modern Warfare. He's a pretty messed up dude.
And I'm not taking a knock against the new Resident Evil 4.
I do not know if I would actually put Majora's Mask on this list, in all honesty. I like Majora's Mask as a game. I just don't know if I'd really consider him evil. Handsome Jack, I would definitely consider evil. Especially if you go back and play the pre-sequel and find out his motivation in Borderlands 2. I could definitely see it.
I mean, I would place a few of these characters. Revolver Ocelot from Metal Gear series. I would probably put him on there. Let's see what else. Wesker, Albert Wesker.
Let's see. Let me pull up the other article that I have, because I have articles saved on my other laptop, so I gotta look them up.
It's an okay list. I don't know if I don't particularly agree with it, but it's not what it actually makes it happen. You probably will come to a list that does actually piss me off. We'll wait under it.
Okay, next top 10. Top 10 JRPGs of the PS1 era.
Oh god, let's see how mad I get.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Number 10, Legend of Mana.
It's okay.
Number 9, Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Questionable. Yeah, don't get me wrong, that's an excellent game. Questionable as RPG.
Number 8, Valkyrie Profile.
It's okay. I sold a copy for that at $190 a few months back.
Number 7, hang on one sec. Number 7, Tales of Destiny.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I still got my copy of it.
Number 6, Suikoden.
The first one?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a game. Yeah.
Number 5, Star Ocean: The Second Story. Uh-oh. Did we lose Renegade?
Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, go on, man.
Okay, Harley. Have a good rest of your day.
Take it easy.
Number 5 was Star Ocean: The Second Story.
Yeah, that's hard to place.
Number 4, Xenogears.
You know, I've played Xenogears. The first disc is great. The second disc is like a visual novel almost.
I got you.
It's good though. Don't get me wrong.
Number 3, Final Fantasy 7.
Wow, surprised that was that low. Okay.
Number 2, Lunar Silver Star Story Complete.
I'm surprised that's that high. I'm not complaining. I like Lunar.
And number 1, Suikoden 2.
Oh, never mind. I mean, it's a good list. what was the first? What was number 10 again? You said Legend of Mana.
Hang on, I gotta get back. Yeah, it was Legend of Mana.
Okay, I've replaced Legend of Mana, and I probably would replace Castlevania. Like I said, that's questionable. Those two I'd probably replace with something else. I don't know, like Grandia, maybe Legend of Dragoon, possibly Chrono Cross, Final Fantasy IX. Here's how to eat.
Well, you know the funniest thing is what the heck?
Backers. Final Fantasy Backers.
Refresh.
Wait, knock your list off.
No, it's trying to make me sign in to something. Hang on.
Okay.
But what I was gonna say while I'm logging into this, since they can't actually see this window. The funniest thing about it is, out of that entire list, I've only played 2 games on it, and one of them I played a remake of it.
Well, let's see. Yeah, it was Final Fantasy VII and what was the other one?
Star Ocean.
Oh yeah, you played the remake of both.
Yep.
And you played the original of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah. I've played the original Final Fantasy VII, I've played Remake, and I've played Rebirth.
And you played the remake of Star Ocean 2.
Yes, I have. Fun fact, that was actually my very first stream.
Well, I can't speak for one of them, but I can confess the 3 of those games being really good.
Yeah.
Rebirth's the only one I can't. I got nothing against it. I don't have PS5. That's why I can't confess to it.
Here's a really good list. It's kind of on the same kind of on the same wavelength, but not exactly. The 10 best JRPGs on PS1 that no one played.
Oh, okay.
Number 10, Alundra 2.
I got the first one. It's on sale for about $144.
Number 9, Breath of Fire 4.
Good game. Never finished it, but it is very good. Most of the people like Breath of Fire 3 more.
Number 8, Art the Lad Collection.
Great, three great games and one good monster, basically pocket, Pokemon type game.
Number 7, Tactics Ogre, Let Us Cling Together.
The prequel to Final Fantasy Tactics, basically.
Number 6, Suikoden 2.
The reason that a lot of people didn't play it is because it had a single run release. So actually getting copies of that game is hard.
Oh yeah.
However, if you're listening to this and you're interested in Suikoden 2, let me save your wallet some money. If you have a PS3, you can go to the PS3. It's on the store for about $9.99. It's a lot cheaper than shelling out $200-something for a physical copy.
Listen to the man. He knows what he's talking about.
So if you want to play the game, there you go. Also, Suikoden original game's on there for $9.99.
Number 5, Legend of Dragoon.
Good game. There's a couple things in it I wish they did different, but still a good game overall.
Number 4, Legend of Legaia.
That's one I missed. I didn't even play. Heard a lot of good stuff about that.
I've never played it either. Number 3, Vandal Hearts.
I know both these 2 games you just mentioned here, they go for quite a bit. It's hard to get copies.
What's that?
These 2 games you just mentioned, Legend of Legaia and Vandal Hearts, they go for quite a bit on eBay.
Oh, okay. Number 2, Thousand Arms.
I owned a copy of that at one point. I don't know what the hell happened to it.
Oh,
It's okay. It's a kind of a dating sim RPG.
oh God, this like
It's a
the
it's a
number
comedy.
one just sounds like a bad game. Rhapsody, a musical adventure.
I own that game, and it is exactly what it sounds like.
Sounds like a rhythm-based JRPG.
No, it's an actual RPG. It's you get these little animals there once you help you attack in combat. It's tactical based a little bit, and there is musicals.
Oh Lord.
It's actually a pretty short RPG. They remade it on the 3DS, and I think it's also on Switch right now. If you're interested, it's a remake.
I got you.
Not a bad game, but yeah, they are correct. It didn't really do that well. I guess the world just wasn't ready for a musical RPG when it came out.
Right.
Lord knows we're ready for a fucking, musical Kingdom Hearts, though.
We don't talk about that.
Can you find this?
That is a later segment, later video, something. We
Okay.
don't talk about that right now.
All right, I'll
I
hold
got
on.
that archived for later.
One of the weeks down the road.
Something like that.
All right, well, go on. What do you got next?
The next one, top 10 best JRPGs of the SNES era.
This should be interesting.
Number
Before you start, let me make a prediction. Before you start, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna predict that Chrono Trigger is number one. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay.
Chrono Trigger.
So
Okay.
all right, that's my prediction for number one. I may be wrong. We'll see. Go ahead.
I don't remember too many JRPGs on the SNES, so I can't make a prediction. I think that the one that they have at the beginning of the page, it looks like there's a Final Fantasy picture, and I think that's Super Mario RPG, so I'm just going to go with Super Mario RPG.
Okay. That's your prediction.
Yep.
All right. Start the list.
Okay, number 10. Soul Blazer.
That is if I remember right, that's a collection, or that's a part of a trilogy that was Illusion of Gaia, and I think Terra Enigma. Might be wrong on that.
I got you.
Sounds like
Number 9 on the list. Breath of Fire. I think you've talked about this one before.
Oh yeah, I have got it on sale right now. Played that game quite a few times. It is very basic. It actually was made by Squaresoft for Capcom. And it is it's a very grindy game. Very good though,
I got you.
but it's very very old school. Very grindy though. Go ahead.
Number 8, Secret of Evermore.
I have that game. It's actually on sale too. I swear I'm not trying to advertise here. You keep naming off games I have on.
Dude, I don't have your link to your eBay, so it don't even matter. You can say it all you want. They ain't gonna know how to find you.
But anyway, Secret of Evermore, it's done in the same vein of Secret of Mana. You start off as a boy and a dog, and you end up in a portal, and you end up in the jungle. And y'all are going from there trying to find where it goes.
Okay. Number
Not a bad
7.
game.
Number 7 on the list. Lufia 2.
Never played it. Heard a lot of good things about it. Never played it.
Let's see. Number 6. Ogre Battle?
Another game that was kind of a prequel to the whole Final Fantasy Tactics thing.
I got you.
It was
Number
done by the same guy that did those games. Anyway, guys.
Number 5. Seiken Densetsu 3?
Densetsu. Yeah, that's Secret of Mana 3.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the remakes on PS4 and PS5.
I
Good
got
game.
you.
Very good game.
Number 4, Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah, I figured that'd be on the list. Really good game. Not my favorite Final Fantasy, but a very good one.
Number 3, Earthbound.
Kind of figured that would be here too. I've only played a little bit of that. Always wanted to play the whole game. It's always eluded me.
Number 2, Chrono Trigger.
I was wrong. Despite that, still a really good game. And Rip Toriyama.
And that's not the one that's got a remake, right? Or is that the remake?
What? Chrono Trigger?
Yeah.
It has a kind of a remake on the DS.
That's not the one on the PS4, though. No, that's Chrono Cross I'm thinking
That's Chrono Cross. That's Chrono Cross. If you want to play Chrono Trigger, I think you can buy it on Steam as well.
Gotcha.
So it is available out there.
Okay, let's see what number 1 was. Hey, I was right! Super Mario RPG!
Hey, you got it.
Why does that look like a giant birthday cake?
Because there's a maybe possible part of the game with it.
Okay, let's see. The best... Oh, hello! The 10 of the best JRPGs on Switch according to Metacritic.
I need this list because I don't own any games on. I have a Switch.
Okay, let's see. Oh, my bad. It's actually the 20 best JRPGs on Switch according to Metacritic.
Okay, what you got?
Let's see. Number 20, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate with a score of 80.
Not interested.
Number 19, Pokemon Sword and Shield with a score of 80. That is not... I mean, I guess you can kind of call it a JRPG, but not really.
I've never been a big Pokemon guy.
I'll say this. I would not consider anything prior to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet a JRPG. Well, actually, no, I take that back. Legends Arceus. Anything prior to Legends Arceus that is a Pokemon game, I would not, like mainstream Pokemon, let me clarify that, I would consider not a JRPG. Everything after Legend of Arceus, they start to become more of an open world JRPG with the turn-based combat system in it that they have.
And I have nothing against Pokemon. The thing is that when that game series came out, I was a senior in high school, and I just kind of missed the whole craze about Pokemon. So I just never really got into it.
Renegade has fascinations with a game that he created called Pokemon Poacher, which they seem to stole his idea in Infinite Wealth with Sujimon.
I just did it. I said that because I thought it was hilarious.
Number 18, Rune Factory 4 Special with a score of 81.
I've heard the Rune Factory games. I've never played one though.
I think I downloaded one for free, but I've never actually touched it. This is one that I have heard of because one of my friends' girlfriend played this, and she said that she really liked it. Number 17, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, hashtag FE Encore.
I don't know much about that one.
I don't know much about it either, but she said it was a really good game, and she's constantly told me that I need to try it, and I have yet to pick up a copy.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
From what it looks like, it kind of reminds me of Tokyo Xanadu a little bit, even though I've never played Tokyo Xanadu, but it's got kind of the same art style.
Oh, I'm definitely interested in that.
Number 16, Final Fantasy VII with a score of 81.
Oh, 7 was on Switch.
Yeah, they reported it to Switch.
The remake or the original?
The original.
Oh, okay.
Number 15, Ys 8, Lacrimosa of Dana, with a score of 82.
Good game, still never finished it.
Yeah. Same.
But
I still haven't
enjoy
played
it.
the 9th one.
I
And
haven't
we're
either.
about to get the 10th one.
Yeah, I know.
Next game on the list. Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition with a score of 83.
This is a fan favorite for a lot of people. Uh, it's a really good game. It's not my favorite though. It's somewhere in the middle of the pack for me.
I got you.
But I mean, it is a really good game, and yes, the protagonist is unique within JRPGs.
Okay. Number 13, Dark Souls Remastered with a score of 83. That is not a JRPG. I don't care what anybody says, anybody that's watching this, I don't care if you hate me. That is not a JRPG. There is a reason there is a genre now called Souls-like, and it's because of this game. It is not called Souls-like JRPG. It's called Souls-like.
Well, technically, it's because of Demon Souls.
Yeah, but Dark Souls is where everybody started calling it Souls-like. Demon Souls, you are correct, is the very first game. But they started referring to games as Soul-like with Dark Souls.
Yeah. What's the next?
Number 12, Octopath Traveler. I actually own this game. It's grindy, but
Pretty
fun.
good. Okay. I think that was done by the same people that did Bravely Default.
I'm not sure about that one. Number 11, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 at score of 83.
I have not played Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I played just a little bit of the first one. Didn't really like the gameplay much. I know that's kind of a unpopular opinion. I didn't really care for the gameplay.
Right.
But I did like a lot of the previous works, the Xenosaga, Gears. I enjoyed both those series. I just couldn't get the gameplay of Xenoblade Chronicles.
Okay, see now, we're at the middle of the list. Number 10, I would definitely, I said this at the beginning, but I will say it again. Definitely correct. Pokemon Legends Arceus at a score of 83. This is the defining moment that Pokemon started to become a JRPG, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because they took to the ground running with the open world concept, and it exploded across the fandom, and everybody freaking loved it, including me. I loved it. I haven't touched it in a while because I've got a lot of freaking backlog, but I loved it whenever I played it.
Alright. What's next?
Number 9, Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. Another freaking game that I love.
I haven't finished that.
Level 5's version of Pokemon.
Yeah, I never finished that, unfortunately.
I haven't finished it either. There's a series on my YouTube channel that's still unfinished. Number 8, Dragon Quest Builders 2 with a score of 85. You know more about this one than I do.
I only played a demo of Dragon Quest Builders 2. The demo was really good. But I've only ever played the first Dragon Quest Builders, and it's Minecraft with a story. An actual story.
Gotcha.
So it's, you actually have reasons.
Wow. Number 7 on the list, Final Fantasy XII, The Zodiac Age, of a score of 85.
Interesting choice.
Look, I like 12. Number 7's a little high on a top 20 list, though. I honestly have to say that. It's a great game. It has its faults.
Yeah.
Just like Final Fantasy 13, it has its faults. But it is a very good game. I will give it that. I don't think it needs to be that high.
What's next?
Number 6, Monster Hunter Rise with a score of 88. I can agree with this one. I actually had a lot of fun with this one, even though me and you were dumbfounded whenever we tried to play Monster Hunter World together, and ended up just sitting at a table drinking grog for hours.
I mean, I did like World. I liked what I played in it, but man, it's a grind fest.
It is a grind fest. That's why Monster Hunter games, in my opinion, are a lot better if you get into them right at the beginning. If you play them and then leave, and then try to come back after several freaking updates, it's one of the reasons why I can't pick up Rise anymore. And I loved Rise. I actually went and bought a copy for my PlayStation 5 before I had somebody actually steal my Nintendo Switch version copy of it. And I've never actually been able to sit down and get back into it on the PS5 because I had put so much work on the Switch. But even before the game got stolen from my Switch, I couldn't bring myself to get back into it because I had been gone so long. And there were so many updates, so many new monsters, so many new things to make, and the grind had basically went from, I was a pretty high-leveled hunter to basically I was back at the bottom of the barrel, and it's like, crap. So, I mean, Monster Hunter games are really good whenever they first come out, and if you stick to them and you play them with friends and everything, the grind isn't so bad, because y'all are all trying to basically grind for different sets of equipment, different weapons, because y'all all have y'all's different playstyles.
Right.
Number 5 on the list, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 at a score of 89.
I've heard some mixed things about.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say too. I was like, I've heard mixed reviews about this game.
Yeah, it's mostly been about the ending area.
Yeah. I've never played it, so I can't say nothing about it. But I've heard mixed reviews. Number 4 doesn't get much better. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition with a score of 89. I think that's all 3 of the Xenoblade games.
Well, there's 4 of them, but the other one I think's only on the Wii. I think I was Xenoblade X.
Let's see. Number 3 on the list. I don't know if I'd actually put it at 3, but I will agree with this one as a very good one. Dragon Quest XI S Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition at a score of 91.
Yeah.
That is a excellent game.
Yep.
I have never played it on the Switch. I will say that. I've only ever played it on the PS5, but if it's anything like it is on the PS5, other than graphics, because I know a lot of people say Switch and PS5's graphics are constantly in competition, I would probably say it's probably still just as good. But it is an amazing game. I know you've played the original. I don't think you've played the Definitive Edition before, have you?
I've played the Definitive Edition. I haven't finished the Definitive Edition.
Okay, so that was only me that finished the Definitive Edition.
Yeah, I played the original before they added all the extra stuff in it. Still, great game.
Number 2, Chained Echoes with a score of 93.
I wanted to try it out. I haven't played that.
The game draws from retro hits like Chrono Trigger, Secret of Mana, and Xenogears.
Yeah, that's probably why I wanted to try it. Right up my alley.
And number 1 on the list, Persona 5 Royal with a score of 94. Why am I not surprised that made number 1?
Really?
I'm just gonna say this outright.
Look,
As
I'm not
gamers, whenever it comes to JRPGs, I don't know why. I know me and Renegade aren't like this, But for some reason, it seems like JRPG gamers.
You know about that game?
Huh?
Huh?
What's up?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I think we lost you for a sec.
Oh, okay. I'm not trying to take the piss out of Persona 5 Royal, but I think everybody and their brothers played the game.
Well, it's like I was gonna say. It's like as a group of JRPG gamers, I swear to God, every time I see one of these lists and Persona 5 Royal is at the top of it, it makes us seem like simps. I kid you not, it makes us seem like simps. Don't get me wrong, like you said, I'm not knocking Persona 5 Royal. I love the Persona series. My favorite is actually, I'm going to honestly say, Golden. I like Royal, but I like Golden more. But it's just one of those things. I think we've taken this way, way, way too far. Like, it's a good game. It's been out for God knows going on 8 years. There have been other really good JRPGs in that time frame.
I mean,
It's not just Persona 5 Royal, and that's the baseline for the greatest JRPG game to ever be made. That's not how this works.
I mean, the last year, well, let me see. Yeah, let's just use the last year on Switch that I know has been released. And I know you played these. You have, you got Paper Mario. You had Super Mario RPG. And I know that got an excellent score. You had the two Trails games, Trails in the Zero, Trails at the Zero. There was something else I heard you mentioned you played on there that was an RPG. I think you had also the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster.
No, I mentioned that. No, I don't actually own that one.
I think Harvestella came out. I've heard good things about that one.
I have heard of Harvestella.
Granted, I just remembered that this is all done by Metacritic. So.
Yeah, that is true.
But it's just, like I said, I'm not trying to take anything away from Persona 5. It's a great game. Like Shadow here, I just get tired of seeing it always put at the top.
I mean, that's like the fact that, that's like whenever people try to sit here and say that, Last of Us Part 2 is a freaking great game. It's like, no, it's not. It had no right to win the 2020 Game Awards as much as it freaking did. It was not that good of a game. That's what Persona 5 is becoming. It's like it's run out. It is dried out. It's time for something different.
I don't know. That's like the whole Final Fantasy thing, man. I always see the same two games basically be put up on Final Fantasy list.
Okay.
And I like them. I'm just saying.
We're gonna take a quick break, and whenever we come back, we'll do some more top 10 lists, and then we're gonna see how quick we can get Renegade to rage. We'll see y'all in a bit. Okay, guys, we're back. Let's get back to this. Huh?
Sonny! Step on me!
Oh, dear God. Yes, guys, I do realize Renegade is weird.
I know. What? I like Sonic.
That's what makes him a good co-host.
There we go. Alright, what you got?
Okay, top 10 Mario RPGs.
Okay.
Number 10, Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. I'm just gonna walk out now.
Hey, at least it was Snicker Star story there.
It's close enough. Number 9, Paper Mario Color Splash. Again, I'm just gonna walk out. I'm just another one that's really freaking bad. I mean, I guess I'm glad they're at the bottom of the list. Number 8, Super Paper Mario. That's actually not a bad game, though.
Yeah, that's actually got one of the better stories. I'm not a huge fan of the... I don't know. The story is really good in that one.
Number 7, Mario and Luigi Partners in Time.
I like that one.
I did too.
Number
Number 6, Mario and Luigi Dream Team. I remember playing this.
That was so... I don't know. That has a lot of... I like it, but man... They have a shit ton of tutorials. And I don't like the gyros. It's cool seeing a giant Luigi.
Number 5, Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, the original.
Great comedy. You're currently playing.
I'm playing the remake. Number 4, the original Paper Mario.
Also a good game. With the Teenage Mutant Ninja Koopas.
Number 3, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga.
That's a really good one. And
Yeah.
It also has probably one of the hardest freaking boss fights.
I know it's on the emulator. I gotta play it.
Yeah, you can get it on emulator and on DS.
Number 2.
Sorry, 3DS.
I know your personal history with this one. You're gonna find it hilarious. Number 2, Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story.
Oh my god.
The game that wouldn't let you finish it.
It won't let me beat it! Okay, I'll explain. I bought this game, and it is excellent. I do like it. I don't like the gyros, but it fits the game for what it's worth. The problem is, I got to the final boss fight, and literally the game won't let me finish the game because it keeps dying. Every time I load it up, I'll get midway through. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. We can still hear you.
So I'll get like midway through the final boss fight, and then literally the game just decides to die. The battery in the cartridge is not working as well as it used to. And it always just dies right there. So it won't let me finish the game. I had never seen the ending because I finished the game. I just want to see the end of this game, damn it.
I just like that story because it's just funny as shit.
It's like, nah, you did all that work. You're not going to be able to finish.
I bet I know what number 1 is. And it's the proper crown holder. 1,000-year door.
Excellent game.
Perfect. That
Also,
definitely deserves to be number 1 because that is by far one of the best JRPGs Paper Mario's ever had.
Where else are you going to see Princess Peach get completely naked?
Whoa! Wait a minute! Whoa! What version did you freaking play?
You don't remember that?
You downloaded Pornhub's version, didn't you?
Oh, she takes an invisibility potion.
I know, but you don't actually see nothing. You downloaded Pornhub's version, I think. You over there talking about where else can you see Princess Peach get naked? I can think of a lot of videos on Pornhub.
That's true. I've seen her in a lot of different ways, including a lot of other things I've seen.
In case anybody that's watching this has not figured this out, also, this is not a talk show meant for kids. Unless you're just okay with your kids hearing stuff like this, we don't have filters.
Anyway, what you got?
Hang on, I'm pulling it up.
Alright.
Okay, top 10 games to play if you like Catherine.
Okay, Tetris.
Number 10, Honey Pop.
I've played it.
I've never... Adjust your headset, dude.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Do you got your window down?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna hear a little bit of wind from Renegade for a few seconds. Number 9, Persona 5. Considering they're kind of connected.
Okay.
Number 8, Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. I mean, it's a good game. I don't know how exactly you would connect it to Catherine, but it's a good game.
I'm guessing it's the visual novel part of it.
Maybe. Number 7, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors?
I think I own this game, but I never played it.
9 reasons to go to sleep? I mean, that's a long-ass title. I've never heard of this. It sounds kind of interesting.
I think I've heard of it. I think I own the game. I bought a collection. I think that's
Number 6, Fatal Frame 3, The Tormented.
I own this game. I've actually never played it.
I own a Fatal Frame, but it ain't this one.
I own the first 3. I played the first 2, but I never played the third one.
Number 5, Florence.
Okay.
Never heard of it.
Don't know what the hell it is. Moving on.
Hang on, my thing accidentally closed for a sec. Number 4, The Witcher 3. You hear me? Apparently, I guess maybe because of the fact that Gwyneth is everybody's like waifu, or not Gwyneth, but Yennefer and Triss.
Wouldn't that be like sweet food?
I don't know. I mean, I've played Catherine. I did not immediately want to go play The Witcher 3 afterwards.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know where they got that one from.
I'm not seeing the correlation between these two games.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that the way you're supposed to pronounce number 3 is Valhalla, but it's spelled VA-11HALL-A. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to pronounce it Valhalla.
Like Assassin's Creed?
No, it's not Assassin's Creed. It's something else. According to the picture, it's like a text-based game or something. Let's see. And Catherine, one of the players who enjoyed that just might enjoy the Cyberpunk Simulator, Valhalla, Cyberpunk Bartender. Okay, it's a bartender game.
Oh, okay.
Small bar that serves a select bunch of patrons. Gameplay consists of making the patrons drinks, where the kind of drink you give to a character influences what they discover about that character and the direction of the game. So it's kind of like, what's it called, Diner Dash and that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Number 2, Yumi Nikki.
You shut your mouth.
Do you know this game?
No, I don't.
It looks like it's got something to do with Mayan gods or some bullcrap.
I don't know. The way you said it sounded sexual.
What the heck? Coming to a GameStop near you, Kama Sutra, the video game.
You mean
Number 1, Heaven Will Be Mine.
never heard of it.
Never heard of it either. It's apparently an indie visual novel.
Okay then.
Oh, here's a debate. Here's a debate one. Catherine versus Catherine Full Body. Which one is better?
Well, if I remember right, they changed a couple of the scenes from the original and Captain Full Body, and they also added one extra character. They could get them with.
That's true. And the ending, if you get the added ending, it's weird. It gets even weirder than the original. This is actually another top 10 list too.
Really?
Well, not like top 10, but it's got like 10 things of which one did what better.
Okay.
So I'm gonna guess that, no, this is what it says. Number 10, Catherine, better pacing. I'm gonna assume that it's talking about the first one and not Full Body.
Okay, before we start, if there's, I want to just disclaimer. If there's anything in here that's political, I'm going to try my best to hold my tongue.
I got you.
Because I know there's something in Catherine that can be considered political.
That is true. I can confirm that. If it is, we will not be talking about that. Per my channel's chat rules, I don't want anybody talking political in the chat, so I'm not going to try to talk political on anything in the stream.
I'm not going to. Well,
I don't like getting into those kinds of debates. I know Renegade doesn't, so we're not going to have that kind of stuff on here. So if you wanna have a debate over something political, go find a channel that's all about that. Don't do it here. This is a gaming channel.
This is all I'm going to say on it. I don't have an issue with it. And that's it.
I got you.
Alright, go ahead.
Okay, so number 10. Catherine has a better pacing. Number 9. Full Body has better gameplay. I will say that I can agree with number 9. Because I've never actually finished, Catherine. I know how Catherine ends in the original, but, I've never actually finished it myself because it was always, I think I always got stuck on the baby level, if I remember correctly.
Well, you were drunk when you were playing.
Was I?
Yeah, you were drunk off your ass when you played Catherine.
I don't remember I remember drinking while playing Bendy. I don't remember drinking while playing Full Body.
I do. You were on the
Number 8. They say Catherine has a better story. I don't know. I kind of like Full Body story. Number 7. Full Body had better questions whenever you go to the question, confessional.
Okay.
I don't get why that's a point that needs to be made, but okay. Number 6. Catherine had better endings?
I really enjoyed the Catherine ending.
I mean, I won't disagree that it had good endings. I think Full Body had a very interesting third ending that they added that I really and truthfully didn't see coming.
Let me rephrase what I just said a second ago. I like the Catherine ending with the K, the true Catherine ending. Like if you did everything
Yeah.
good.
You talking about the bitchy fiance in the game?
Yeah, I really like that one where they end up married at the end of the game. Spoiler. But that's just me.
Number 5. Full Body had better presentation. According to this, it says the graphics were smoother and the art style is groovy
Okay.
and a better color palette and a better score. Apparently, I think it's talking about the music.
I don't know. I like the music in the original Catherine. I guess Full Body had a good score. Sounded like the same score from Catherine made it.
Number 4, Catherine has a better depiction of Vincent.
Okay.
I'm trying to see why they say that.
I mean, he can go one of, well, I mean, the original Catherine can go one of two ways, pretty much. Or one of three. He ended up alone. If I remember right.
It just makes it look like he has a serial problem. So I guess they're saying it's because of the fact that Ren in the full body game makes Vincent look like he has a serial problem with cheating, which wasn't the case in the original game. I don't know. I don't fully understand their reasoning. I think they need a little bit more clarity.
Yeah. Moving on.
Number 3, full body had more content. I can agree with that.
Yeah, I will agree with it.
Number 2, this is so cliche. Number 2, Catherine, it's the original. What the heck?
Oh, okay.
And number 1, full body, better multiplayer. You know, I honestly forgot that game had multiplayer.
Okay, to be fair, they didn't mention anything really political. I thought it was going to be that list.
That is true.
Because there was that one thing I thought they were going to mention. They didn't. So, fair enough.
Okay, hang on one sec. I gotta reposition the phone. Let's see. What's another one that I have that you can do? Oh! Here's one. Hang on, let me pull it up.
Top 10 dumbest things in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh god.
Time travel!
At that point, you're talking about the Marvel Universe.
Getting all the Orichalums in Kingdom Hearts 3. And if you Google,
Okay, top 10 Spider-Man storylines that should be adapted to video games.
alright.
Number 10, Civil War. That's a Spider-Man storyline?
It was adapted to a video game. Because that was a whole fucking...
It even says it right here. The storyline was already adapted in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2.
What the hell am I looking for?
Number 9, nothing can stop the Juggernaut. You know more about Spider-Man comics than me. I don't know this storyline.
I don't know that one. That's
Number 8, Shed.
Shed?
Apparently it's a storyline that focuses on the lizard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you can make it that.
Number 7, Spider Island. That just sounds horrifying.
That was after I quit reading.
The Jackal and Spider Queen gives spider powers to many of the residents of Manhattan, which causes pure chaos in the crime world.
Yeah, I know of it, but that's after I quit reading, so that's context.
I got you. Number 6, Coming Home.
Okay.
I don't know this storyline, so.
What's next?
Number 5, more Venom.
More.
Didn't we just have Venom in a fucking storyline with Spider-Man 2?
Yeah.
I still want to play Spider-Man 2.
Just give it some time. I guarantee you it's going down the rest.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm waiting for. Number 4, How Green Was My Goblin?
Okay.
Let's see. Number 3, anything with Deadpool. I can agree with that. I would love to see that.
You make a game where Deadpool kill. Wait, we already did that. That's called Suicide Squad. Just like, never mind.
We don't need another one of those. The gaming community can't handle another uproar like that.
I was gonna say Deadpool kills the Marvel universe, but never mind.
Number 2, Spider-Verse. So basically, y'all want Across the Spider-Verse as a video game.
Hey, I would play that.
I don't doubt, yeah. Number 1 on the list, Kraven's Last Hunt.
Yes, it would be hard to adapt to a video game, but it would be interesting.
Okay.
Spoilers. Blows the brains out of me.
Shit. Okay, I think that's enough list. Let's see if we can find some top 10 videos on YouTube that are interesting.
And it just pisses off. For reference sake, me and Shadow have a lot of issues with a lot of YouTubers.
I don't have issues. I just feel like I need to correct them whenever they say something wrong. That's not having issue. I don't think they're bad people. I just think they have stupid blonde moments.
I didn't say they're bad people. I just have some issues.
Why is a lot of IGN videos popping up?
Because they are idiots.
IGN, Idiot Gaming Network.
There you go. Independent Gaming Network. My ass.
10 video game genres that have vanished. It doesn't fit what I was looking for, but it is kind of an intriguing clickbait. It feels so weird looking at my old platform, trying to find something for my new platform.
12 years ago, I would have said pretty much almost the entirety of the ARPG. Considering how few of them we got open.
I got an idea. I'm trying to find something that. Hang on a sec.
Nick's looking for Kingdom Hearts videos because he knows that set me off.
Oh, he knows me. Wait, who?
I don't know.
Who the heck is Nick?
The nick of time. Yeah.
You know good and dang well that is not my name.
No.
Let's see. Trying to find the perfect one to set you off. Give me a sec. Oh, this video's not. Oh wait, no, never mind. It is. I was about to say it said the video wasn't available for a sec. Let me make sure this is coming through correctly.
Are you playing it through the phone or do you want me to get on Twitch?
Huh?
You want me to go through the phone or on Twitch?
You can go through Twitch.
Okay, I'm gonna be a little behind whenever they come up.
Or you can look up. Oh crap! I closed out of the dang thing. I'm an idiot. Now I gotta reset this up. Hang on a second, guys. I hit the wrong button. That's on me. Why is it not letting me? Okay, there we go. Screen capture. Open the window again. There we go. YouTube. Let's see. What's up?
I just found something on this trail. This truck that was there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Properties. You got the Twitch pulled up?
What's the video?
KH2 versus KH3, the impossible debate.
Oh, Lord.
You want me to send you a link?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on one sec.
I gotta be easier than me trying to type all that in right now.
Let's see, Facebook.
Hey, what impossible debate?
I'll let you think about that. There you are. Paste. Send. There you go. I guess that's how we'll do it. Whenever I choose a video, I'll just send you a link to it. Because I also got to get this thing running on here, so let me see if it's actually picking
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and also check out all the social media and affiliate links in the description. Check out the Norton Secure VPN affiliate link below if you want to help secure your private information like your passwords, bank details, and your credit card numbers on your PC, Mac, or mobile device. Kingdom Hearts 2 versus Kingdom Hearts 3. This debate's been going on ever since Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, but what if I told you that this is an impossible debate?
Hang on a second, guys, because I can't hear him talking at all. I know it's playing for them. I just know it's not playing for me.
This is an impossible.
And I don't understand why it's not playing for me.
Loading. Alright.
That's why it's not playing for me.
Debate. There's never going to be a definitive consensus on this debate. There will only be those who like Kingdom Hearts 2 more and those who like Kingdom Hearts 3 more. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't like both, but you'll most likely favor one over the other, or if you do like them equally, it might be for different reasons. The reason this debate is impossible is because these games are so different in design that it makes it so hard to compare it. Kingdom Hearts 3 doesn't play like Kingdom Hearts 2 because Square Enix had no intention of making it like Kingdom Hearts 2. From the beginning, Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be its own thing, just like KH1 and KH2. These three games focus on completely different things when it comes to game design. It isn't even really a debate on which game is better or not, but just which game design appeals to you more. To clearly show what I mean, I'll talk about how the numbered titles handle game design. So it all started out with Kingdom Hearts 1. I believe that this game's main design focus was to make it seem like you're really diving into the Disney worlds that many people love. They wanted to make an adventure-ish kind of game, allowing you to interact with the worlds. You're able to fight, but that's not the only thing you're going to be doing. You'll also be sliding down trees with Tarzan or swimming around with Ariel. You'll be platforming across living, breathing worlds. The worlds have many cool little details in them. A good example would be Traverse Town, where there's so many things you can interact with. You can use magic to affect the worlds in many different ways. For example, you could light fireplaces in Traverse Town, or you could freeze the water orbs in Hollow Bastion, or even use the gravity spell to bring down floating treasure chests. There's even a scale in Traverse Town that actually changes depending on when you step on it or not. Like, that's a tiny detail that really didn't need to be there, yet it's there. As I said, the game does have combat, and it works well enough, but you probably won't be blown away by it.
Let's go! Move it!
We got what's Xehanort to the way!
Right!
Now on to Kingdom Hearts 2. You'd think that for a sequel, Square Enix would probably want as well as better combat and boss design, which would make it have a shot at being unanimously the best Kingdom Hearts game in all aspects. Now on to Kingdom Hearts 2. You'd think that for a sequel, Square Enix would probably want to just expand on what they have so that they can, build on what they have, build on their new successful series. But no, they decided to completely change the focus. Now, of course, you're still going to be going through many worlds, but I think everyone can agree that Kingdom Hearts 2 was mainly focused on the combat. This time, the overall combat and battle design is so much better than Kingdom Hearts 1. Pretty much the entire game is encounter after encounter with your new combat style. You're going to be mainly fighting this whole game, and it works because the game makes every encounter unique and exciting. On top of the base battle system, you now have new mechanics like drive forms, limits, and reaction commands. In Kingdom Hearts 1, your only options were the normal combo, magic, and summons. With Kingdom Hearts 2, each drive form gives you a different unique moveset that specializes in different battle styles. You'll also get extra movement abilities in the base form as you level the other forms up. Then we have limits, which are basically team attacks with you and your party members. Reaction commands are commands that are unique to each enemy you face. This game is by far my favorite Kingdom Hearts game because, well, the combat's my favorite part of Kingdom Hearts. However, along with the better combat system, we got a much worse level design. The worlds don't really feel like they're alive. They're mainly just a bunch of rooms that you fight enemies in. There's no platforming or unique terrains or mechanics outside of things like the merry-go-round in Christmas Town or the ship ambushes in Port Royal. I will say that the sections with skateboards really make moving around faster and feel a lot cooler. But yeah, this game was mainly concerned with the combat. Now on to Kingdom Hearts 3. I think this game mainly focuses on scale, spectacle, and being able to destroy hordes of enemies. Kingdom Hearts 3 has huge and expansive worlds. They're the biggest that these worlds have ever been. Now these worlds are no longer just rooms, but they feel like large spaces like forests, mountains, or oceans. They also do have some activities that bring you into the feel of the Disney worlds, but some of them are mini-games which I'm personally not a fan of. Things like shield sledding, dancing, Olaf finding, or whatever 100 Acre Wood was supposed to be. But they also have better ones like sailing, laser dodging, rail grinding, and Baymax flying. In terms of combat, we actually have a lot to work with. They pretty much took mechanics from every Kingdom Hearts game and put it in there, along with some extras. Shot locks and form changes like in Birth by Sleep, flow motion from Dream Drop Distance, Keyblade leveling from Coded, and of course the base mechanics that came from Kingdom Hearts 1. While Kingdom Hearts 3 didn't really add a completely new battle mechanic, it not only mixed the old ones but made some changes to them so that they feel fresh. Kingdom Hearts 3 is more concerned with giving you as many options as you can, making it so that you get new moves often. However, since this game doesn't solely focus on the combat, there are many times where you do things that aren't fighting, and I think this is where Kingdom Hearts 2 comes out on top in terms of combat scenarios. Since there are so many of them in Kingdom Hearts 2, they really had to work on how to make each one feel more unique and memorable. Another thing to note is that Kingdom Hearts 2 has a risk and reward system to the combat. Like for example, in Kingdom Hearts 2, if you're using something other than the normal combo, it'll cost you something. Like for example, if you're using a limit, it'll cost your entire MP gauge, or if you're using a drive form, it'll cost your drive gauge. You usually have to give something up in order for power. However, in Kingdom Hearts 3, everything is handed to you at no cost, you just simply gotta attack. However, it's not like Kingdom Hearts 3 or Osaka team aren't able to make fights that are as good as Kingdom Hearts 2. If you take a look at the Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC, where it's literally just a bunch of fights, you can see that the quality and uniqueness of each encounters skyrocket. I think this is the part where you could really compare it to Kingdom Hearts 2, since, well, they're trying to accomplish the same thing. And Kingdom Hearts 3 accomplishes it really well. Each boss fight is unique, and you gotta learn how each boss's mechanics works if you want to stand a chance. You can't approach Luxord like you would approach Yozora, and you can't approach Terranort like you would Sayax. But anyway, on top of all that, I'd like to also add that Kingdom Hearts 3 is very vertical in its design in general. You'll find yourself running up walls and fighting bosses in the air. Since they did plan for there to be a lot of air combat, thankfully they gave Sora an air block without the need of a barrier, so that's a plus. Hopefully by now you can see the point I'm trying to make. From the way these games are designed, someone who's a die-hard Kingdom Hearts 2 fan is never going to think that Kingdom Hearts 1 or 3 are better, though they might find themselves enjoying the DLC. And it also goes for Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 3 fans too. While we can all enjoy those games, there are only some that focus on aspects that we care about the most. But I'm actually pretty optimistic for Kingdom Hearts 4. Assuming they build on top of what they already have, they can make better designed worlds as well as better combat and boss design, which will make it have a shot at being unanimously the best Kingdom Hearts game in all aspects. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys, learn something, or at least have a different perspective on the entire Kingdom Hearts 2 versus Kingdom Hearts 3 thing, and Kingdom Hearts 1 versus Kingdom Hearts 2 thing, the whole debate thing. I hope you have a different perspective on it now. I'm feeling pretty optimistic about, you know, the future of the franchise, and who knows, maybe there might be a game that I like better than Kingdom Hearts 2 at some point. You know, if they apply the Kingdom Hearts, you know, if they apply the knowledge and, you know, experience from the Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC, then the next game is going to have really good combat, and, you know, that's exciting. But I do hope that they don't downgrade the, you know, world design to account for the combat. So I'm hoping the next game has a good mix of both, you know, because, I mean, I think it's possible to have both, right? You can have good combat and good level design, so hopefully in the next game they have both of it down, and they can just create the best Kingdom Hearts game they could ever make. And, but yeah, that's all for today. What are you guys' favorite Kingdom Hearts games in terms of the main, you know, 1, 2, and 3? I mean, you could say whatever your favorite Kingdom Hearts games, but since this video is mainly about, you know, 1, 2, and 3, which one's your favorite from those, and why? You know, what do you value most in Kingdom Hearts in terms of, you know, not counting the story or anything like that, in terms of just the game part? What do you value most in Kingdom Hearts? Is it the combat? Is it, you know, exploring the worlds and all that? Talking to Disney characters? Let me know in the comments, and we can talk about all that. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next one.
Okay, so that was an interesting video, though. I don't get why he calls it the impossible debate because I looked at the while we were watching it. I looked at the description, and it seems to be the debate is over the game design between 2 and 3. I'm sorry, but I haven't heard of this debate, and this video came out in 2021. I haven't heard of this debate about the game design between 2 and 3. Now, if you wanted to talk about a debate between which one has a better story, I give it to 2, hands down.
Well, there is a difference with some of it. I get where he's coming from with some of this stuff. You take a look at KH1. It has platforming. It's vertically made a lot. So you move up, down, all over the place like that.
Yeah.
Whereas in Kingdom Hearts 2, the level design becomes a lot more flat for the most part. There's not a lot of platforming involved. And then you get to KH3, they did change it back to more of a, not quite platformer, but there's a lot more verticality in it than, you know, KH2 has.
Right.
And then if you're talking about combat, which he did, the first game, I just viewed the first game as a rough blueprint.
Yeah, I mean, it's the bones that created the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, I go back and play it, it's still fun. It's the bare bones. 2, you know, yes, they did add the drive system, they added, they made the summons a little more useful. Let's see what else they do. They changed up your form a lot more. You know, you had Simba's version, you had air combat, was a lot more viable in that game. And the bosses were a lot more mechanically interesting. KH3, yeah, they added a lot more stuff into it. You had the attractions, you had Grand Magic, you had the Keyblades being able to swap their their forms. They added all this stuff in it, but the boss fights, at least in the base game, are not all that mechanically interesting. In the DLC, yes.
Yeah.
They are a lot more mechanically and a lot harder, but the base game not so much. So yeah, I do get where he's coming from here and some of that. If you're going down a story route like you're talking, then I think Kingdom Hearts 2 has a better story than Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh yeah. By no means, I don't think there's one Kingdom Hearts fan out there that could disagree with me that KH2 definitely has a better story.
As far as the Kingdom Hearts 3 goes, it has some strengths in its own right. The worlds are better developed. There's NPCs. It isn't just cheering on to, you're not fighting in the arena, you're not cheering, nobody's in the stands cheering at you. You're hearing voices and stuff. There's actual people in the game. They did add a lot more mini games into it, which, can be a plus or a minus. I know, for instance, you don't like the sliding down the mountain in Frozen's world, trying to get all that stuff.
I hated that because you needed it to get the ultimate weapon. And yes,
Yeah.
that was a pain in the ass.
I know when I played the game, I actually got lost a few times trying to get through the Rapunzel stage because it was all wooded forest and everything. Also, it wasn't exactly apparent where you need to go in some areas.
See, I want to highlight on something that this guy did with the video. Now, his video is titled KH2 versus KH3, The Impossible Debate, and the impossible debate being the game design of KH2 and 3. What about the other games?
What do you mean? You talking about Art by Sleep and all those?
Yeah, all the side games.
They're not side games.
Here we go.
God, that pisses me off. They're not side
Cue
games.
the rant!
If you want to understand Kingdom Hearts, you have to play the entire fucking series. There is no side games to Kingdom Hearts. The only one thing I can think of that may be considered a side game, maybe, is the
2.8.
No, no. You need to play that.
No, the only thing that game tells you is basically how Mickey lost his shirt
I
in
know, it's a very
KH1.
important moment.
No, it was not.
I needed to know how he lost his shirt, damn it. Plus, it has an excellent story. Recoded. No, not recoded. Shit. The one that changed the gameplay all the time. I can't think which one it is. Is it Recoded? Shadow?
I'm trying to think.
I think it's Recoded, where you're constantly changing the gameplay up, where you're playing the status.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is recoded.
Technically speaking, you could remove that one and you're not missing that. But the rest of them is, you want to know, if you go from Kingdom Hearts to Kingdom Hearts 2, you're lost. Because you didn't play Jade of Memories.
That's
You're
true.
going to be confused as hell.
I want to make something clear before he keeps going, because I know he's going to keep going for a good minute. I do not actually consider any of the other games side games. I just knew this pissed him off. And this would get him going.
I hate that shit whenever I hear somebody say that these are all just side games. They don't matter. No, they do matter. If you want to understand Kingdom Hearts story, you have to play the entirety of the fucking series.
That's true. That is very true. That can be said about a lot of games, though. The only game I can think of that, in my honest mind, in the back of my mind, I can think of games that you don't have to play the others to play a current game. Yakuza Like a Dragon comes to mind immediately. What's the other one? Oh yeah, any of the Final Fantasies.
Most of them. There are a couple that are sequels to others. But
The
it's
only
stated
ones that
they are.
the only ones that are really sequelized are basically 10 and 10-2, Final Fantasy 7 series, and crap.
4.
Yeah, there is 4 if you want to count it.
12 has a sequel. 13.
We don't talk about 12 shitty sequels. We don't talk about that. I refuse to acknowledge that that exists. And then you got the 13 series. You could also count all the DLCs that Final Fantasy 14 has, if you want to.
We're not talking about 15.
15? I said 14.
I know. We're not even going to discuss 15.
No, we're not discussing 15. Screw that.
That's
that
a whole
noise.
That's a topic that I could go into for hours.
We have beaten that horse deader than dead.
But not on camera.
Not on camera, but we have beaten that horse deader than dead.
No, but the thing that's something I hear YouTubers talk about all the time. It's like, this is side games. They fucking matter. If you go Kingdom Hearts 2 to Kingdom Hearts 3, you're lost. You will be lost completely. I'm not saying you can't enjoy Kingdom Hearts 3 in its own right, so that's bad. You can, but if you're looking for the story, you're lost.
Right.
And I hate that shit. Everything like, these are so games. No, they're not.
I'm gonna subscribe to this dude because I think he did a pretty decent review.
Yeah. Yeah, I got really nothing negative to say about that.
I gotta give a shout out to Olavids, I think is how you say his channel name. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I thought he did a pretty good job for his presentation.
He's also on Twitch. I don't know if he's still on Twitch.
And at least he didn't talk about games. It's like,
Okay, he's a big, I guess he's just a big, KH fan. Or JRPG fan.
The Hurricane Blast. Do I need to get him? Got him. I think I killed him. Yes. Killed him. Die. Get out of here. Die. Oh my gosh. Got him. I think we got him. Get out of here. Trash. Easy boss. Easy game.
Only has 400 followers. I'll follow him. He streamed Shin Megami Tensei 5 about 5 days ago, so I have to check him out a little bit, see how he does.
but yeah, I got nothing really I can say. He did a good job with his presentation.
What's a topic that you want me to search? What kind of review you want me to look up next?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, man. We can talk about how it's dumb to bring up rumors left and right.
Bring up what?
We can talk about how dumb it is how people like to bring up gaming rumors and present them as facts.
Are you talking about game theories?
No. Rumors of like games get remade and they present them as facts.
Oh,
Without-
I got what you're
without
saying.
Just because it's a freaking rumor and they don't have anything to substantiate the rumor.
Well, we're trying to keep it to game reviews at the moment.
I know, but I mean, you got guys like Night Sky Prince. He does that all the time. David, Dick, and I'm not meaning anything against these guys, but that's part of their thing. Is they'll bring up rumors and then get you excited, and then there's nothing ever to it. It just takes me off. Even though a lot of stuff that they do is good. It's just this aspect of their channels I don't like. Things like that's what I'm getting at.
I got you.
I think you've seen it. I've told you. It's like, there's a rumor out here about this. Take it with a grain of salt. I hate that kind of crap because I can't substantiate it. I'd rather have something. There's a rumor of Final Fantasy 9 getting a remake that's been floating around for like 3 years now. nothing's ever came out of it. But people keep reporting like it's fact. Now, if that comes out, it's fact, great. But we haven't anything to substantiate it yet. Things I get annoyed with.
Trying to see if I can find a review video.
He's trying to find one he knows that piss me off.
No, I'm just trying to find one that won't spoil a game that I haven't played. There are games that I don't want to be spoiled about because I want to do them on the channel one day. You know what? I got an idea. Since I'm already pretty close to the end of it, you want to do one for Infinite Wealth?
Sure.
I'll make sure that I put no ending spoilers. Let's see. Review after 100%. Oh, that's a 30-minute long freaking review.
I think I watched that.
Huh?
I've watched a lot of reviews. So I probably already got a leg up on this. That's something you and I could do one week. Whenever I finish the damn game.
Oh, you talking about doing a debate on what we thought of it? I've actually
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
about doing a segment for that.
Yeah, you know, if you and I play a game at the same time, we have a discussion on it. After we beat it. It's going to take me a little longer, but I'll get there.
I can either do an IGN review or I can do this Gaming Bolt Dudes review. Which one do you want me to do?
I don't like either of them.
Do you know Gaming Bolt?
I know Gaming Bolt. He's all right, but I don't always agree with him. Which is
I'll
fine.
find somebody else.
No, I do Gaming Bolt. That'll work.
Wait a minute, hold on, what is this? Do you know Mortis Mall Gaming?
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah, this one's got an interesting clip art. Says, oh crap. Worse than I thought, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth.
Okay. Fire away. How long's the video?
Hang on, I gotta get that.
My name is Ashley Friol. I am the founder of a small company named
11 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we're gonna watch this video and then we'll be right back.
What's going on, everybody? Mordum here, this time bringing you something a little less fun, frankly. And that is that the New Game Plus DLC for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is actually a lot worse than people might initially realize, because while a New Game Plus DLC is bad enough on its own, especially day one, the more you dig into it and get to that content, which is mostly an in-game thing, it's actually a little worse than just putting New Game Plus behind a paywall. Now, just to catch people up to speed, for those who don't know, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth launched on the 26th, just a few days ago, more on that in a moment, and it came with a day one New Game Plus DLC that has been incredibly poorly received. I think the Steam review rating for that DLC is like 96% negative at the time of this, and frankly, rightfully so. It sucks. But as I've reached the endgame and started exploring some of that content, which includes more than just New Game Plus, but also an extra dungeon with what is supposed to be another little side story, it underwhelms in basically every way imaginable. But before I dive too much into that, I do need to mention a few things here towards the beginning of the video. just a few days ago, I myself did put out a sponsored video for Like a Dragon, which was pretty cut and dry. It was just a rundown of the game's systems and some of the things it had to offer. In doing that sponsorship, I actually had the game almost a week early. I started playing it on the 21st, which is how I'm already at the end game and running through New Game Plus now, because at this point I plan on reviewing the title so I can talk about these things more thoroughly, because one thing that complicates this issue is the fact that the base game for this title is actually really good. It's this DLC specifically that really puts a damper on the whole project, and I wanted to talk about it separately. So right away, despite doing that sponsored video, what they gave me access to was actually just the base game. In order to get a hold of the New Game Plus content and everything, I actually had to pay for the DLC. And I specifically did so because I plan on reviewing the entire title after 100% like I normally do, which is how I encountered a bunch of these issues I'm about to talk about to begin with, because I think they're very substantial. But with all of that out of the way, let's actually dive in and talk about this thing and why I think it is incredibly bad, even more so than at face value. Now I want to kick this section off by mentioning just an oddity that I discovered. So one of the reasons I picked this DLC up personally was I wanted the achievements for it for the 100% review. Though in getting all these achievements, I noticed something strange that I wanted to mention that I will repeat in my review. This game has an achievement called Infinite Wealth, which is an achievement for obtaining all of the other achievements, which I assumed would involve the DLC achievements specifically, the ones for doing New Game Plus and the bonus dungeon. However, it appears that that is not the case. I actually unlocked the Infinite Wealth achievement for doing supposedly everything after I got the last achievement for the base game, which in my case was hitting level 70, which you can actually see on screen here because I was recording when it popped up, which is a very odd decision to make for a game that is already putting extra achievements behind a DLC anyway. It was just very weird, so I wanted to mention it. Now from there, first up, let's start with the main thing people would buy this DLC for, which is New Game Plus. First of all, right at face value, New Game Plus is usually a pretty standard feature for most titles, so locking it behind a paid DLC is already a bad PR move. Some people, I think, won't care simply because reality is a lot of people don't play New Game Plus, they beat a game once, and then they move on. However, the thing is, with the game's implementation of New Game Plus, it's actually really bad for even the people who want to play it. New Game Plus in this game is not implemented in what I would consider a fun way. So after you beat the game, you're going to end around level 50 to 55 probably, presuming you didn't grind or anything, which is important because there are 3 options for New Game Plus. There's regular, normal, that is the base game just repeated. Then there is hard and legend. Hard starts the game over at level 55 and then caps out about level 75, thus giving you further level progression past the base game. And then legend goes from 75 to max. So what's the problem? Well, the problem is the game's combat falls apart after the end of the base game. You see, starting around probably level 40, most battles end the same way, even boss fights. You can just spam a bunch of high-powered moves and end the fight before it even really starts, which means a lot of the mechanics and things you utilize up to that point get pushed to the side in favor of this sort of burst strategy, and that's a problem that only continues into these New Game Plus options because these options don't actually seem to account for anybody having ground out the best weapons and equipment they could have. These difficulties start with very weak enemies that die in one hit if you manage to get those things, which means even the hard and legend options, provided you're the appropriate level, don't even provide a challenge that they are attempting to provide. So what you're left with is running through New Game Plus on easy mode, essentially, despite the level names, as every fight at this point plays out the same way, which for me was incredibly boring. But hey, if you want to run through the game again and just absolutely destroy everything, you're welcome to. As far as what's carried over, basically everything besides certain side story progression stuff, but things like your gear, your job rankings, etc., all that gets transferred over. So you can easily jump into New Game Plus and absolutely destroy it. So already off to a bad start. Main thing this DLC does isn't very well implemented, but it gets worse. You see, another big selling point of this DLC is that it's actually not just New Game Plus. It comes with a bonus dungeon that is supposed to provide an extra little story, and the thing is, it sucks. Now, on one hand, this bonus dungeon, called the Big Swell, did allow me to completely bypass New Game Plus on hard mode because I was able to go from level 55 to 76 before I started Legend without having to play on New Game Plus hard at all. So, ironically, it did save me a little time in reviewing this, as I just now have to finish up Legendary New Game Plus. But to explain the concept of what this bonus dungeon even is, in the base game there are 2 side optional dungeons, the Hawaiian Haunt and the Yokohama Underground. These dungeons are incredibly boring, but they are where you need to grind out materials to make the best weapons for each individual character. So they're important to progression, but they're very boring to play through because they are all just procedurally generated floors that you work your way down to a boss fight on. And they look incredibly boring. They are just these connected hallways, and both Hawaiian Haunt and Yokohama Underground look the same. So for the third bonus dungeon that you pay for, with the DLC, what does that look like? Well, all they did was throw a different texture on the walls and call it a day. It is exactly the same as the other 2 dungeons in every other way, and the side story that they mentioned here is actually just 6 cutscenes that allow you to see every character in the game interact with each other, even the ones that normally don't get a lot of screen time with the others. But these conversations don't have anything to do with much of the story, and it's just kind of generic stuff, which means these cutscenes in this story that are meant to be added by this DLC is pretty terrible. So we're 0 for 2. The New Game Plus is poor, and the side story is uninteresting, frankly. Really, the only thing I liked about this dungeon was the fact that it let me skip the entirety of New Game Plus Hard and jump straight to Legend. But wait, there's more, because this DLC also adds some things for 2 of the biggest minigames, Dondoko Island and Sujimon. Dondoko Island sees you fixing up an island resort, and you can make money off of it in doing so. A ton of money, as a matter of fact. You can break the game's initial spending and sort of economy by doing all of Dondoko Island right away. So giving you more options to exploit that and make it even better is certainly an option for a paid DLC, I guess. And given that that's tied to the game's one online component, being allowed to bring other people to your islands makes that a weird choice too. But specifically, it allows members of your party to visit the island and stay as guests, which gives you even more ways to earn money off of the resort. And then for Sujimon, the game's weird Pokemon knockoff, you can recruit your party members to be Sujimon instead of the regular creeps and weirdos you find throughout the rest of the game. This is also very broken because they're very strong, and not that Sujimon was very difficult to begin with, but this makes it that much easier. And then the rest of the DLC is cosmetic in nature, giving you access to a bunch of special outfits. You can't wear them until after the game is over, however, because regardless of whether or not you have the DLC, after the game finishes, you can actually change the default outfit for your characters, which you'll probably have seen on screen here, by going to the job changing stations and clicking on that character and just changing their outfit and not their job. So to recap all of that a little bit, this $20 DLC, standalone, or $15 if bought with the game, locks a basic feature behind a paywall. It is also a very poor implementation of that feature. The bonus dungeon content that comes with it is also incredibly poorly done, and is basically just a reskin of 2 other dungeons in the game already, and the other smaller extras it provides I think chip away at the minigames that they are involved in. So all in all, I think that makes for a pretty offensively bad DLC, which is especially frustrating because, as I mentioned towards the beginning, I think the base game is fantastic. I've actually really enjoyed playing through this title, but basically everything to do with this DLC makes the rest of the game worse. And drawing even more attention to these features by making it paid, I think actively drags the rest of this game down. And while I'll save a lot more of it for the actual review that's coming, this DLC got under my skin so badly that I needed to talk about it, frankly, because I didn't want to add this roughly 10-15 minute video to the review, though I'll certainly explain some of it there as well. So, end of the day, the only real justification for buying this DLC is if you just happen to be a YouTuber who wants the achievements so I can make a review after 100% about it, because otherwise I simply don't see a use case where this DLC doesn't just make the game worse, which frustrates me the most, and probably the reason I'm making this video, simply because the base game is so good. And to throw that under the proverbial bus for the sake of this DLC is mind-boggling to me. So, in short, I would not recommend anyone buy this DLC. Not that it was high up on people's list anyway, but I do think it's actively worse than just the initial, already bad-sounding New Game Plus DLC would make it out to be. Now, while I usually prefer to end my videos on a bit of a cheerier note than that, that's pretty much all I've got for you guys here today. So, hope you enjoyed the video, hope you found it informative in some fashion at least. Do let me know what you think of all this down in the comment section below, which of course means to like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz. But regardless of any of that, truly just thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. May you wander in wisdom and have an amazing day.
Zaxby's is already famous for chicken. Now we're gonna be famous for shrimp by frying it to perfection and pairing.
Okay, guys. So we just finished watching listening to the video, and I don't know. You want to start this one off? I started off the last one.
Okay, well, I'll agree with him on a couple of things here. Yes, this is something I agree with. The implementation of New Game Plus being basically you have to buy it is bullshit.
Yeah.
That is a feature that should have been in the game to begin with. However, to be fair, we didn't experience this, but Japan had to deal with that Like a Dragon Yakuza, or Like a Dragon 7. It wasn't until the international one that they basically released it for free. This being a simultaneous release between both Japan and over here, we didn't get that option this time around. It's still bullshit, and I do agree with them on that part. Costumes. I like the costumes. It would be nice to be able to change them out of battle, and I get that you can't do that to the end game. However, to be fair, again, in Like a Dragon Part 7, you also couldn't change costumes until after you beat the game to run around the world in. So, don't really get why that's a big deal when it was already something that happened prior.
True.
3, I don't mind the fact that your party members can become Sujimon, and yes, they are overpowered. But, you know, hey, if you're having problems with it, there's an option there for you. It's up to
I
you.
don't personally use them, so.
I'm just saying, it's there if you want to. You know, does it add more to the game? Maybe. I don't know. But, you know, it's there.
Right.
I can't speak for the legendary difficulty nor the hard mode difficulty because neither me or Shadow has beaten the game. So, can't really say much on those two games.
Shadow is coming up on the end of the game.
I
Why
will
is
say
Shadow
that-
talking in third person? Damn it, Shadow did it again. Damn it!
Let's see, what else is it he brought up?
He brought up the fact that apparently the Big Swell is basically a reskin of basically the Hawaiian Haunt and the Yokohama Underground.
Well, it may be, but here's the thing. I've had fun in both those dungeons.
I mean, now I know you couldn't watch the video because you're actually driving right now, but I was watching it, and I will say this. I mean, while yes, it does seem to appear to be just another reskin. The problem with, I think, his opinion on it is that it's kind of the same thing that I kind of said whenever I first got to the Yokohama Underground. It's like, it's basically just a Hawaiian Haunt with a reskin.
Okay.
Now, I will say this. It seems like the Yokohama Haunt, or the Yokohama Underground, is a better, in my opinion, it's a better place to grind for money than the Hawaiian Haunt. I think, in retrospect, the problem with the Big Swell being so late in the game, it's not really needed. Because if you really wanted to level, because and we know this from our experience with the first game, the easiest way to level both jobs and characters is basically beat the game, go to the next difficulty. Because the enemies will drop better experience, better money, better items, all that stuff. And I have no doubt that it probably is the same way in Infinite Wealth. So at that point, we already have 2 dungeons that would get that boost with the boost in difficulty. So why exactly did we need a third one? Not to mention, me and my viewers probably saw it. I know, like I said, I know you're driving, so you couldn't see it. But we saw some of the rewards for the big swell, and honestly, the rewards kind of lackluster. There's no freaking equipment. There is no. There's a couple of tags like the ones you get from the fortune teller. And then there's a shark fin and a squid tentacle and then a bunch of energy drinks. That's it. Now, depending on if there's equipment given by the mini boss that's always in the middle of each floor, I don't know if there's actually any equipment, because me and you also both know that you start getting the ultimate equipment for jobs and characters near the end of the game on the final floors.
Yeah.
So it just sits there and makes you wonder, why is this a thing? Oh, I also know, I'll give you this little tidbit of advice too, because I know you haven't gotten there yet. Whenever you get to chapter 12, any of my viewers that watched me last night know this already. But the final area of chapter 12, you can find the ultimate armor for party member specific armor. If I remember correctly, I think it was for Zhao and Sanahi, if memory serves. So those 2 pieces of equipment can be attached to any job class. So do with that what you will. I haven't really played around with that gear yet, so I don't know. I think the certain class gear is probably still better in my opinion. But I figured I'd give you that tidbit.
I don't know. I have to look at it whenever I get there. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, there are parts of this I agree with, but there's also parts that's already been a thing. So I don't know. I do agree that the whole, like I said earlier, locking New Game Plus behind a paywall, it's a pretty shitty practice.
Oh yeah, I completely agree with his assessment on that, because I've said it myself that I thought it was a pretty low down thing for them to do. It's like, I could see day one DLC for like costumes, you know, you got the DLC for the crafting materials and all that kind of stuff. Why New Game Plus was not just already implemented into the game, or just released as a patch update? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, and I'll say this to your viewers, my thoughts on Infinite Wealth are very positive. For the base game, I do think that the first Like a Dragon Like a Dragon Yakuza 7 has a better story so far.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that I don't think Infinite Wealth isn't worth your time. I think it still has a good story, and the gameplay has been improved considerably. There are some small things I think can still be changed, but we'll get into that whenever we do a review on it.
Yeah, I think, when do you think you'll probably have the game finished? Probably by the end of the week?
Probably by next week, maybe. I'm gonna try to anyway.
If you can get it done by at least next Tuesday, we could actually do that as the show for Tuesday. We could actually just do a whole review of Yakuza, break everything down.
Yeah, because I'm right there at the end of chapter 11. And to be honest with you, I know I got another couple of scenes specific with Kiryu, but I don't have anything else left that I know about that I have to do in Yokohama, and I'm pretty much set up as far as...
With Kiryu? You mean Kasuga?
No, Kiryu in Yokohama.
In chapter 11?
12.
Okay, so you're in 12 now.
No, I'm at the very end of chapter 11.
Oh, okay. I got you.
What I'm trying to say is that I know I got 2 scenes to see with Kiryu that are optional, I guess. The life links.
Yeah.
And then whatever the story is there, because I pretty much got everything set up for his group. I don't really have to do a lot more. Unless I just want to, but they're already at level 55. I over-leveled. So they're pretty much set. Kasuga's group, I still have the last party member yet. I don't even know if I'm going to bother trying to level him.
Right.
But, I'll probably still play the game even after I beat it. Just mess around with things, see what else I can make builds with and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I should be able to get it done within a week. If I just hammer down and just, focus on the story.
I actually enjoyed that guy's review. I may have to go watch his review of the actual game. Because he said that he was going to do a review after he hit 100%.
I do agree with him that the base game is fantastic.
I still find it funny though that he made the mention that the only reason he bought it was because he thought that he thought New Game Plus would block him from getting the platinum. I'm sorry. I'm not one. I don't make fun of people, but I just find that hilarious. It's like, why wouldn't you check the trophy list first?
Well, if I remember right from the trophy list, I don't think there's anything in the DLC on there.
There is. There's a trophy for starting a New Game Plus file, finishing a New Game Plus file, finishing the game on hard, finishing the game on legend, and then I think there's one trophy for finishing each level of the Big Swell.
See, I was paying attention to the base game trophies. I didn't even look at if they had DLC trophies.
Right.
Because from what I can tell, you should be able to just play the game through once, and you probably get the platinum if you want it.
Yeah, you could.
That requires me going back to Dodoko Island. Tired of Dodoko Island.
I haven't really been back to it.
But yeah, we could do an entire review on the game next week as long as I can get it done between now and then.
I got you.
I have. I have a. Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty much set up as far as I know. I got Ichiba's best bat. He's just basically ripping everything apart with it.
Same.
Which I'm fine with. I like the game to have some bite, but I'm also don't mind going through mooks with not a lot of problems.
Yeah, I can hear you, but adjust your headset because there's a lot of static. Oh. But yeah, You want to do one more, or do you think we should go on ahead and just end it?
I think it's about time to end it.
Okay. I kind of figured you're probably about ready to get home, so.
Pretty much.
Let me just minimize this. And let's see. Oh. I also want to thank all the people that followed me today. I appreciate the support. There's a lot of y'all, so I will. Let's see if I can actually name all y'all. Erratic Sausage B, Ineffectual Comics, obviously Empath? Sympath? I don't know how you exactly say that name. Daunting Rednecks, Unreal Entailed, Trustwort, Defective Rescue, Comforting Winu, Costly Deers King, and X Unique Bizip. I don't know how you say your name. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it.
You also had Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn followed me weeks ago.
Well, I'm just saying she was here earlier.
I was just talking about the people that followed me.
Oh, okay. Alright.
But yeah, the people that were also active in the chat, thank y'all as well. Kentucky Jude, Harley, Jamesburg, all y'all. Appreciate the support. And we will catch y'all. Well, I don't know if Renegade will be here tomorrow, but I will definitely be here tomorrow doing my Hump Day Horror segment. So I will catch y'all then.
You'll be doing a lot of Hump Day horrors out there.
God. Until then, y'all take it easy and keep on gaming.
Alright.